Hi, my name's Christine. I'm a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Valentine's cards, although in a non-Valentine's kind of way. We're going to start with a gift card holder, which is actually going to be a birthday card, but I'm using some more traditional Valentine's products to make it. Valentine's has never been a huge thing for me, so I tend not to do much with it, but there's a couple products that Stampin' Up! Sells that I love, and so I wanted to show them to you. So for these, we're going to be using the Heart Punch pack. So you can see here that there's two styles, and they stack together really nicely. So we're going to use those. And those are sold in a bundle, so at 10% off with the Heartfelt stamp set, which is a photopolymer stamp set, so the clear stamps. So we'll be using that today as well. So we'll get started. I've got here a half a sheet of Flirty Flamingo. I have cut a full page in half, so we've got 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then I've scored that at 2 and at 6 1/4, so that we have our folded cards. So we're going to start with that. So this is going to be a gift card holder, a little birthday present kind of thing. So I'm just going to fold that down with my bone folder to make the folds nice and crisp. All right. So this is the front of our card. So I've also cut some of the designer series paper from our celebration offerings. So this is the flower and field paper, which I absolutely love. So we've got a strip for the bottom, and it's actually the reverse side of this. I think this is my favorite pattern. It's just so pretty. So I'm actually just going to glue those down with some liquid glue. Before I go too far though, sorry, I forgot to put my glasses on. I need those for crafting now. So I'm just going to put some liquid glue down on this. And so the reason I wanted to do this video now is Valentine's Day is coming, and I don't know what it's going to look like this year. I mean, obviously it'll be pretty low key, but if you wanted to order any products for Valentine's Day, you'll have to do it fairly quickly to be able to receive them in time to make your projects. So I just wanted to show these off. These heart punches I actually use all year long. My wedding anniversary is in November, and I used it to make a anniversary card for my husband. And I think hearts are always in season. Usually I would make some crafts for my kids' classes, but I don't think they'll be doing that this year. Let's see if they're even in school or not. All right, so I'm just centering these two strips. The top one is cut at 5 1/4 by, sorry, I wrote this stuff down because I knew I'd forget. 5 1/4 by 2 for the top, and 5 1/4 by 1 3/4 for the bottom, just so that there's a little bit of a border around, so you can see how well this coordinates with the Flirty Flamingo. And then I'm going to punch out 2 black hearts, and I'm going to use the scalloped punch for that. So those will be my bottom layer for the hearts. I love how quick punches are to use. Just line them up and punch. There's nothing to line up when you're just using cardstock. So got these. So this one I had gone ahead. This is with the simple punch. This is a sheet of Flirty Flamingo, and I don't know if you can see here, I've embossed it with the Ornate Flowers embossing folder, just to add a little bit of texture to that one. I'm just going to glue that centered on the black. And after that, we'll get to our sentiment. go. So that'll go there. So I mentioned we were going to make a birthday card. So I'm just going to get the sentiment from the Peaceful Moments stamp set. So the Peaceful Moments stamp set is all just words, but there's kind of something for every occasion here, which is really nice. There's congratulations and birthday, sympathy, thank you, lots of options. So it's a good kind of general stamp set to purchase. And I'm going to use the flamingo ink. That's another thing I really like about Stampin' Up! In their products, is that you can, so I'm going to punch the heart out first, sorry, is that you can easily color coordinate the products because, well, they're made that way, so it kind of takes the guesswork out of what goes with what. You can use the same color scheme and it will look really nice. Alright, so I punched out the heart because I wanted to make sure that I put my sentiment where I wanted it, and I didn't want to risk having to redo it. So now I've got the shape. So these stamps are the red rubber stamps, so they're not see-through. There we go. So it can be a little bit trickier to align sometimes, but they're often a little bit more detailed than the clear stamps. But they always have a really nice impression on them. So I'm just gonna, oh, before I put the ink away, you'll notice perhaps that I've got this extra piece of Whisper White cardstock. So that's actually going to go inside. I was thinking you can either put just a message, or if you want to put it a gift card, you could put it in it as well. So I am actually using a sentiment from the Heartfelt stamp set, so you'll see what I mean with the different types of stamps. So they have a protected film over top, just to keep them from sticking to the stamp case. So I'm just using So Lucky to Have a Friend Like You. And that'll be on the inside, and I would put a gift card in with it. So you'll see how the gift card comes together. This is a very simple gift card holder, which can be put together very quickly, which is always nice. Excuse the reach. I always have 2 tubes of glue on the go because one of them I keep upside down so that he's kind of ready to, so that it's ready to come out from the finer tip, and the other one I keep right side up, so I've got my wide tips. So I'm just putting a tiny bit on the edges here, being careful not to put too much because I want to be able to have that envelope. Stick that there for now. So this is our gift card holder portion, and so this little card will tuck in here, and the happy birthday gets layered on the black. Sorry, I keep losing my ink. There we go. So you can see how nicely these 2 punches layer together. So now I want to put them, just figure out where to put them. So because I've got, see, this is going to lift up, I've got to make sure not to put glue all the way around my heart because otherwise we won't be able to open the card. So I'm going to stick this one down flat, so I'm kind of looking at the top half of my heart. And just for precision's sake, I'm going to use the finer tip of the glue. So I'm putting that off center. And just to give it a little bit more visual interest, I'm going to use dimensionals on the second heart. So dimensionals are double-sided foam pieces, and they just add a lift, which I really like. I go through a lot of these when I craft. Thankfully, they are not an expensive item. Alrighty. Oh. All right. So that is a nice, simple gift card holder or message, just a little bit different than a regular card. So that's our first project. I'm just going to set that aside. And the second one I want to make is a congratulations card. I'm seeing this as more of a congratulations on getting married. So we're using Seaside Spray as our base. So I cut, again, a sheet of paper, but instead of cutting it, you know, across, I've cut it on the vertical. And then I've scored it at 2 3/4 and at 8 1/4. So that's our base. So I'm just going to fold that and use my bone folder. Make this line nice and crisp. And the two ends are going to meet on this one. Again, just a little twist on a regular card. It's the same size as a regular card, but a bit of a fun fold to it, which is nice. Makes it a little more special, especially for a special occasion. I seem to have glue on here, which is what's causing me all these problems. Excuse me. So quick trick, if you ever have glue on your work surface, I'm just rubbing a tissue on here, and that will make it no longer sticky. All right, so I'm going to set the card base up here. I don't need that right away. This will be for our inside piece, so I won't put it too far away, but we don't need it right now. So using the simple lined heart, I punched out Seaside Spray and I embossed them again with the Ornate Flowers embossing folder. And then we've got a strip here of Whisper White that'll be for our sentiment. This is Night of Navy, so that is one of the colors. So for this one, sorry, we're using the Designer Series paper from the Paper Blooms Celebration set. So Celebration is on now. It is for every $60 you spend, you get to choose a free stamp set or paper. So I'm using 2 of the Celebration papers right to make these cards. So it's a really nice time if you're thinking of making a purchase, because you get a little something extra. So these I'm keeping very simple. I'm just gonna put the 2 lighter blue hearts on the darker. And then we'll do a little bit of stamping and build the card. So Celebration's on until the end of February. And I've kind of designed these cards using products that will equal to $60. So the Heartfelt Bundle, which is the 2 punches and the stamp set, are $62. So that, because it's a bundle, is a 10% discount already. But right away, if you order that, you get to choose a free Celebration item. So that's kind of fun. So I'm using Night of Navy cardstock for my base on this one. And I'm just going to, isn't that pretty? That's the other side of that paper. I'm just going to glue that down flat. There's some really pretty prints in both of these papers, which I really enjoy. So I'm just going to center that onto the blue, dark blue layer, the Night of Navy, like so. Now, before I build the card, we're going to do a little bit of stamping as well. So I've got my strip of Whisper White here. Incidentally, if you're looking for Whisper White, it's changed. It's now Basic White. The quality is the same and the price is the same, but the company that was making our Whisper White is no longer in business. So they found a new distributor, and I haven't used it yet myself, but I'm told that it is, by other demonstrators, that it is, I don't want thank you. I want congratulations. I'm told that it's really good. Like it compares identically to the Whisper White. The only difference is it's a shade brighter, apparently. So that'll be on my next order, and I'll let you know what I think of it as well. But I've seen people use it in videos and no complaints at all, so that's good news. It's always hard when a staple product is discontinued. So there's our congratulations, and there's a really nice other sentiment in here. You might notice me putting a little sticky thing back on here. I haven't put the stickers on the back of all of my stamps. You can see they work just fine without if you're like me and tend not to get around to it right away. So the other sentiment I want to use on this, and this will be for the inside of the card, is wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. And that is this one. So I'm just going to put that out of the way, and I'm going to, I cut this paper out with the Stitch So Sweetly dies, which are my absolute favorite. I find the blue ink takes just a little longer to dry. Perhaps I have a lot of ink on my ink pad, but I try not to touch it for a few minutes. And I'm definitely going to put it away before I stick my fingers in it. All right, so we'll finish building this up. Just going to grab my snips. I really should have taped my mat down. It is moving around like mad. All right, so I'm just going to cut a little angle on this just to have a, little something something. And we'll put the congratulations across. So I'm going to stick the first heart down. I'm going to use dimensionals on the next one, and then I'll use a combination of dimensionals on the congratulations. Glue. Sorry, I can hear my kids thumping downstairs and it keeps distracting me. All right. This paper's so pretty. It's hard to cover up. All right, so I'm going to put dimensionals on that one. There we go. So there's already quite a lift to this paper because of the embossing, so I don't want to add too much height there. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue so that that is sturdy. There we go, and then the congratulations. So I'll put dimensional under the first part of the word, and I'll just put a little bit of glue on the rest. Like so. So I hope you've enjoyed your weekend. Sundays make me a bit sad because I kind of wish we had 2 Sundays in a week, but we don't. Here's our congratulations for the happy couple. I didn't take the sticky part off. Like, why is that sliding around? All right, we'll try that again. There we go. And I just want to add one more thing to this. These are new little heart charms, and they're just adorable. So I'm going to use Misty Moonlight, and this is wound with silver. So it's a thread of whisper, a thread of white, a thread of Misty Moonlight, I think, and a thread of silver. So this is part of the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo. And I thought it'd be really fun to add our little heart. So this requires tying a bow, which is a pain. There we go. Just make that a little prettier, and I'm going to cut off the excess as well. I suppose since it's a wedding card, I could do 2 hearts as well, but I didn't. All right, so there we go. Put that out of the way. So the easiest way to put this down would be with a glue dot. So I'm just going to reach for those. And I'm just going to use my pick here to make this dot a little bit smaller so that it's not going to leave a bunch of sticky stuff on the card. Now I just have to decide where to put this. I think that looks good. So I'm just putting it on the back of my bow. And we'll just put that like that. There, that's cute. So the last thing we need to do is do the inside of our card and put this on the top of our card. So I'm just going to open this up and put a teeny bit of glue on the back of our inside piece. And after this card, there's just one more project I wanted to do with you quickly to show you another really neat product that is more specific to Valentine's Day, but can also be adapted for other things. Doesn't that look cute with the die? I really like using this on the inside of my cards. All right, so fold that over. I'm just putting this on for kind of positioning to see where my midpoint is, and it really is midpoint, so that's where we'll put our glue. Wouldn't that be awful if you tried to give someone a card and it was glued together? Like, oops. I guess you'd notice before because you wouldn't be able to sign it, but all right. So this would be a fun fold card because it's just not a regular fold. It's a bit of a fancy term to mean anything but a normal fold. So there we go, and then it opens this way. So that's our second project. And the third thing I wanted to show you is I've got a little die over here. Okay, so these are sweet little Valentine's cards and more. So it's a little packet of 10 cards. I'll just take them out and show you because they're so cute. So there's envelopes, which, there we go. So the envelopes have, these ones have gold, not sprinkles, but dots. And these ones have the stripes. And the card fronts are also, so there's speckles and there's, or dots I should say, and then there's stripes. And look at these colors, I love how they work together. So 2 different styles of card base. And then we've got the cards themselves. You could put these together with no stamping at all. So this is one of them, they're double-sided. So it's You Are Loved, and if you flip that over, it's just blank. So you can add whatever you want to that. And the other one is this one, so it's blank with the 2 hearts. And on the flip side is this really cute, this is Pool Party. This is the color, one of my favorites, and it just fades out to the little love you on the bottom. So you could make 10 Valentine's cards without any stamping at all, super quick. and go that way. I'm going to show you some that I've made. So this is the super simple love you card. The you are loved. Simple. I just put them on dimensionals just to give them a little bit of height. Now this one I used my double punch, so I did the Happy Valentine's Day as a stamp from the Heartfelt stamp set. I think I used Melon Mambo to do this, so nice bold pink. And then I used the scalloped heart with gold foiling just to have that popped up, and it also pulls out the gold dots and stripes in the card. And this one I just did a label with my Stitch So Sweetly dies. I used So Lucky to Have You, a Friend Like You from the Heartfelt stamp set. Don't know why I can't keep that one straight. And that's as simple as it is. So I actually need a small thank you card. So I wanted to make another one with you quickly. So I'm going to use the striped card base just to show you how quickly these come together, and that they don't have to be Valentine's. So the only thing with these little cards is that they are a bit small. You can't put them in the post. So that's just a consideration. I know that we're not really seeing people face to face these days, so excuse me. But I will be seeing the vet this week because we've run out of meds for the dog. Well, we haven't run out yet, but we will do. So I just want to give them a little thank you card because, you know, this ordeal's been pretty tough on them, and they provide such great care for our girls. So just a little thank you for the office. So I've used the Pool Party ink, which is the coordinating color with that design. So see what I mean with Stampin' Up! And it's coordinating stuff. Everything just, it's so easy to make something that goes together easily because it tells you what colors you can use. Takes all the guesswork out. Okay, so this card is going to be horizontal. I'm going to, before I put the dimensionals on, I'm going to put some behind the thank you with my dimensionals. Good God, these things are always hiding in plain sight for me. Excuse me. So these little cards are a 10 pack. They're $13.50. And the Peaceful Moments stamp set is $29. So I kind of put together, so I talked about the Heartfelt Bundle is $62. So that brings you a free celebration item. And then put together a little bit more. So there's that gorgeous ribbon, the heart charms, and these little cards along with the Memento stamps. The Peaceful Moment stamp set would give you another celebration item if you like those. So you would get to choose. There's the two papers I showed you. There's a variety of stamp sets, which are also really nice. So that's my one tip. If you are looking to purchase anything right now until the end of February, just think in $60 increments so you can get as many free items as you can. Because free is good. And I'm just going to straighten that out a smidge. There we go. So there's our little thank you card. Isn't that nice? And you saw how quick that came together. So this is a really fun little set. Usually I would make little treat packets or something for the boys' classes, but if they are back in school, I don't think we'll be allowed to do that this year. But this would also make a cute little Valentine's class card too. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.